Hello my fellow ship friends, another video in my brand new Fram expedition experiment. In this video I show you how I constructed the bowsprit and the foremast. I show you how you can easily taper the mast structures, how you put them together, how you did the knotting work, and finally I show you how you construct these little strange pieces here to attach the yards. So that's for now. Hope you like it. Leave a comment, leave a suggestion. Don't forget to click the subscribe button. And I see you next video for the main mast and the mizzen mast. See you then. Bye bye. So I will be starting with the mast assembly. First thing I will do is the bowsprit. And of course the first thing to do is to assemble all the parts. So MT1, MT2, MT3, MT4, MT5 and MT6. Now we have to learn to read the plan. This is a schematic overview of the bowsprit. Viewpoint A, meaning looking on top of the bowsprit, is this viewpoint. You can see here the bands. Viewpoint B, looking in the bowsprit like this. Viewpoint C is just this point. You see the rectangular part here and a part of the mast. And now the tricky part for the bowsprits, I see this is this part. And now the part of the bowsprit here has to go through the big opening. And you can see the difference in diameter. This part here has to be tapered. The long part has to be tapered as well, but here we have 5 millimeters and here I only have 2 millimeters. So I have to go from 5 to 2 millimeters, and in the middle part it has to go through the ring that has a diameter of 3 millimeters. This rectangular piece has to be tapered as well. And then when all things are tapered, this is just a metal brass rods going here under. These are the materials for the foremast, as you can see here. I noticed that this is one big piece, so the sanding has to be very precise, meticulously, from bottom to top, to make it one tapered mast. So the foremast. And here we have the masts for the foremast. And you can see I indicated here on both sides 2 arrows, meaning it has to be tapered towards both sides. Here both sides, but an indication where the end has to be flat. And here only tapering is needed on one side. So here are the both sides with the flat tapering at the end, both sides, and here tapering is only needed at the end. So I can start with the foremast and with the bowsprit over there, and then afterwards we do the main mast and the mizzen mast. So I did a lot of sanding here to taper the yards and to taper the parts of the mast. You can see here all this will become the foremast, and I did some serious sanding here as well to get the bowsprit through this part here, and this will become the bowsprit. Before constructing the foremast and the bowsprit, I stained all the parts separately with the sapelli stain. And I do it separately because if you construct the mast like this and you have glue residues. These residues will not stain as well, and then you have these dashes on the mast structures. To avoid stain always the parts separately and then assemble the masts. So all tackles on the front mast have been installed. I have been using the anchor hitch. Here is a Gaff Topsail Halyard bent, and the others are being knotted by a Constrictor knot for safety. So topmast is ready. Now I have to do the yards and then install on the ship. And the bowsprit is ready as well. 2 double tackles with the Constrictor knot attached to the bowsprit. So it was not easy to attach the bends here. I used the same technique as I demonstrated with the chimney. Cut it off, bend it, and then glued it with tweezers. Then I had to drill 8 holes to attach the eyebolts, whereafter the belaying pins could be inserted. Here's an eyebolt created with a just metal rod. And then the tackles as shown previously. So the foremast is more or less ready. Just put it provisionally in the hole. You can see this structure. It will be used to attach the yard on it. And here will come another structure like this. And I'm going to show you how I made it. on the yard you have to drill 2 holes where that structure can be attached in. And this is the structure. You can see here the yard, the structure. It looks like this. So I have to fold it, open it again, put it around the mast structure, close it again, and be sure that the yard, the pre-drilled holes, will fit in the structure itself. Here I'm gonna drill the first hole, and when it's done I will put this leg in the hole and I will see where I have to drill the other hole. Both holes are drilled. Now of course I have to cut off the legs so it will be closer to the yard. Voila, this one is finished. Now of course I have to remove it from the yard and I have to install it on the mast, and then I will install the yards only at the mast after the rigging is completed, after the shrouds are made. So I open it of course, and then I have to close it again. And then of course when the yard will be installed, I have to modify it so it will fit again, and then it's attached to the mast.